Some of his most memorable films include The Right Stuff, The Big Easy, Wyatt Earp, Dragonheart, The Rookie, Great Balls of Fire, Breaking Away, Enemy Mine, The Parent Trap. I could go on and on and on. He's the Hollywood heartthrob with the best grin in the business. Welcome to my show, Dennis Quaid.
Hello.
Dennis, a rock star at heart. How long have you been doing music?
I've been playing since I was 12 years old. My grandfather bought me a $16 guitar from Kmart, and I just started immediately writing songs with it. The first song I learned was "Light My Fire," and but I spent was in combos in junior high school, and then I had a band in the 80s called the Eclectics, which was basically Bonnie Raitt's band. And this band, the Sharks, we've been together for 17 years.
Wow. How did that name come about, Dennis Quaid and the Sharks?
My son, actually. He's 25 now.
Jack is 25 now?
He's 25 years old, yeah.
Wow.
And we were rehearsing over at the house, and we were looking for a name, and we said, well, let's let Jack name us. What do you think, Jack? And he said, Sharks. You're the Sharks. And I always say, well, thank God he wasn't into dinosaurs at the time.
Dennis Quaid and the dinosaurs, could you imagine?
No, I don't like that.
that doesn't work as well.
It was Shark Week that week.
How different is it being on stage as opposed to acting?
Well, it's theater, really. It takes the place of a theater for me, because it is a show, and it's a presentational play in a way, or musical, whatever you want to call it, because you take down the fourth wall, you look right at the audience, and you feel the energy coming from them, and you give it back, and it's a lot of fun. That's all we want to do for people, is just show them a good time.
Get them out there dancing, singing, having fun.
Right. And we do that. We're a very high-powered, high-energy show, and we like to get people up and moving, and or even sitting in their seats and moving and having a good time. And if you don't have a good time, we're the only band with a money-back guarantee.
Well, that's good to know. So when you're out there, do you think people come out there and they're like, oh, Dennis Quaid, if they haven't seen you and they don't know, and they know you from all your movies, do you feel like is it like you have to win people over when you're out there a little bit?
Yeah, but I feel like that with every movie set
Seriously?
I still are, you know. Oh, sure, every time I ever go out, yeah, there's always that in there. And, I completely understand that. People don't know me for my music, but, I always say, come to see the movie star, maybe you'll stay for the music. That's what it is.
So what kind of songs do you guys sing?
We're kind of a junkyard of American music. It's rock and roll, it's blues, it's a little lounge music in there. So, Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and my dad used to croon around the house like that. But it's mostly rock and roll and blues.
Wow.
Country influence.
I can't believe 17 years together. That's amazing. So do you guys practice a lot?
We rehearse. We're getting ready to go on a tour. We rehearse a couple of times, but we're always putting new songs into the show, because I've been writing a lot lately, and then we find things that we love, that we grew up on, and that's about what it is. It's about 75% of the stuff I wrote, and the other songs are music that we grew up loving.
That's amazing. So what inspires you to write? Life?
It's not life. I mean, it's all about the same way as when I was 13 in my room, at home. My parents were at work. I was too small to make the football team, and so, music became my thing. It's all about getting girls.
And the girls like the rock for sure.
And then it becomes about different things, just what I do. I started writing songs from the moment I picked the guitar up.
Amazing. Looking back, you got so lucky in your career.
Well, like when I started, I came out to L.A. I was lucky enough I got my Screen Actors Guild card in Texas in 72, and all you had to do was pay $75 for it. You know, you didn't need to get a job before you got the card, and you couldn't get a card unless you had a job. So, but there were 30,000 actors in the Screen Actors Guild, and like less than 1% were working on a daily basis. And I don't know. It's foolish, but I just determined that I was going to be one of those 1%. Back when I was doing Breaking Away, all I wanted to be was a working actor. That was really my first dream when I started out in college drama, and came out to L.A. and I got a part and got another part a little while later. Got Breaking Away, that made things easier, and then I got The Right Stuff, and it made things a lot easier, and then I got The Big Easy, and all of a sudden things were maybe they were
easy.
Really easy. So, but it's I feel lucky to have still be here, by the way, and I have more fire in my belly acting now than I did in my 20s. I just get excited about human nature, about what it is that makes somebody tick, and I get interested in them, and then I'm down the road with it, and I just get into it. That's the thing about what I do, is that I've got to go into all these doors that say authorized personnel only. I got to play an astronaut, and I got my pilot's license from that. It was like during the rookie, every Friday I got to go down to Dodger Stadium while I was training for it and pitch on the mound, and with nobody in the stadium. It was like all these things that are unreal, these great dreams that you get to do.
You've been a lead actor in so many different types of movies, from sci-fi to sports to comedy to family. Could you pick a favorite role?
Well, I could pick a favorite movie. That would be, for me, The Right Stuff. In fact, I just did the audio book for it, and I judge my films by the experience that I had when I was making them. The Right Stuff was just a dream come true for me. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid. I wanted to fly on that movie.
Wow.
It was just a great time.
I was a kid in Houston, Texas, which became Space City, and the original 7 astronauts were there. And Gordo Cooper was my favorite astronaut as a kid. He was the youngest. He was like the rock and roll astronaut. And then they wrote the book, The Right Stuff, and I read it cover to cover. And I said, if they ever make a movie of this, I want to play Gordo Cooper. But that was an impossible dream in a way. But then I got an audition for it. I mean, it was already given to somebody else, the part. And he decided he didn't want to do it. I got an audition for it. And I went in and I got it. I couldn't believe it.
Talk about living the dream.
Yeah, and then the very next week after I got it, of course, because I like to do all that research stuff, I found out Gordo Cooper lived 3 miles from me over in the San Fernando Valley, and I called him up. We became really good friends. He turned me on to a flight instructor, and I got my pilot's license, and then I wound up flying jets, and Chuck Yeager was on the set every day, and it was 9 months to shoot, and it was like it was like a dream.
I remember you from when I was a little girl from The Rookie. That was like one of the first ones, and I think I must have seen it like 10 times already. I've watched it with my son. Oh yeah, I still go back and watch your movies. The Parent Trap, my daughter's. I think she's seen it 100 times.
Right, my Parent Trap, no, come out of the show. It's a lot of fun. I guess I'm at the place now where I guess I have people who from every generation that were kids when a movie of mine came out.
Yeah, that's true. It's yes, because you've done so many. I mean, God, you've been in everything. And I had Bethany Hamilton on before, so of course you Soul Surfer, which was she's an amazing human being, isn't she?
No kidding. She's very, very inspiring. She's certainly inspired by life.
Yeah, that was a great one, too. And could you pick a favorite leading lady? I mean, you've been from Meryl Streep to Natasha Richardson to Renee Russo, Julia Roberts, Kathleen Turner. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, well, Meryl Streep.
Of course, Meryl.
I don't know how you can beat her. She's easy to work with, and a lot of laughs.
Is there anyone that you haven't worked with that you want to?
It all comes to me. I wish I could have worked with Marlon Brando. Every actor feels that, and Jack Nicholson, and but life's not over. So
you never know. Okay, I said it, and I'm going to say it again. You're the Hollywood movie star who has the best grin in the business. But I read something that they said that your smile or your teeth weren't big enough or something like that when you first started out.
But it wasn't my smile that was big. It was my teeth, he said, wasn't big enough. It was a casting director outside of I forgot the name of the movie I was going up for. But yeah, I mean, your self-esteem takes a lot of knocks when when you want to be an actor. It just does. Like every day, you wake up with hope in your heart, and you get knocked down. It's a lot of rejection. It's just time and time and time again. It's 100 no's and one maybe, and hopefully that turns out to be a yes. And then, you got to love it. That's the thing I tell people. If you just love it that much, then it's not going to matter. You're doing something you love to do, and the best thing is getting paid for it. Getting paid for it handsomely is even better. But that's what I tell my kids: do what you love in your heart, and try to figure out a way to make a living out of that. That's the best life you can have.
If you're flipping through the channels and one of your movies turns on, do you watch?
Sometimes I watch a few minutes of it or here and there. It's like finding your diary.
Oh God! Oh boy!
Because you remember, I watch my films. Well, I watch my films so I remember what was going on in my life, what I was doing that day. And so I watch them from a different point of view, but I watch them for a little bit and flip to the next thing.
Go on to the next one. If you just tuned in, I'm talking to Dennis Quaid. So how do you know that the part is right for you?
The first time I read a script, that's basically when that is when I know. Because when I read a script for the first time, it's like being a first-time audience member in a movie. That you're just discovering it and how it rolls over you, how it makes you feel, and what it says to you, and how the character speaks to you and how you relate to them. And sometimes, though, I do. I'll read it, and they sent me like a script, or they want me to play this character, but it sends fear in my heart. Because I don't know how I'm going to do it. Although I want to do it, but I'm still like, how in the hell am I going to do this? But and that's for sure the thing I should do. If it really makes me afraid, that means I really should do it.
How's your brother, Randy?
He's doing all right.
He's doing good?
He's doing okay.
Good. And how are the twins?
The twins are fantastic. They're going to turn 10 on November 8th. Yeah,
wow.
I can't believe it's been 10 years.
Jack is 25 and the twins are 10.
Right.
And you still look 29.
Life goes on, Wendy.
Right, life goes on. My gosh.
It goes by in a blink.
Life goes on. So, anything else new besides your amazing band, Dennis Quaid and the Sharks?
Well, I've got a lot on my plate right now, and just very busy. And actually, we've been in the studio for the last 3 months, and we're going to have a record coming out probably at the end of the year or first of next. We're making it now.
Oh, that's so exciting. Awesome. Can't wait. Dennis, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Dennis.
you very much, Wendy. See you later.